Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Brad Lone Wolf, and today I am going to do the second part of the review of this waterproof jacket that I bought. So the weekend just gone, I was up in the Peak District. I did intend to film a video up there. Unfortunately I didn't get around to it, but I did go for the walk that I intended to go for. And as obviously it's summer here in the UK, it was raining, which was a perfect opportunity to test the jacket out, as I had intended to anyway. So, as I said in the first videos, there are pros and cons to this jacket, as well as everything in the outdoors really, outdoor clothing market really. And some of the cons that I was expecting did turn up. But we'll go through the pros first. As I said in the first video, I felt like the pockets on this jacket were big enough to take an Ordnance Survey map. There's the Ordnance Survey map I used. And as you can see, pops straight in, zips up with no fuss. There's even extra room for the waterproof versions of those Ordnance Survey maps. I haven't got one of them. This was firmly stuck in a waterproof case. Secondly, the cuffs, as I said, with the Velcro cuffs, they did turn up, they did close up nicely, so I didn't get any water ingress there. I did have enough space. I did try this. I didn't walk with it. Didn't walk like it because although it was raining, it was still actually relatively warm. So I did have an extra layer on underneath, and there was enough room. So big pluses for those. On the downside, however, the two things that did turn up, and I thought they would turn up, having the hood exposed like this did get a little bit wet on the inside when I came to use it. Not as bad as I thought, but it was a little bit wet. The biggest problem for me, however, was the breathability. Even though it was, like I said, it was raining and it was warm enough to walk without an extra warmth layer underneath. It did, the weather was kind of a mixed bag in terms of heat, so it would go from being relatively warm and sunny in a few minutes to relatively cool in a few minutes later, which is nothing unusual, to be honest. During the warm periods, I could actually feel the jacket just starting to having to breathe. Now I'll go in on a separate video. I will go into how breathability works in as basic a form as I can, but I could feel the jacket start to breathe, and it just couldn't quite keep up with the amount of water vapor sweat I was producing. So it did get clammier than I was expecting inside the jacket. In the slightly cooler areas, however, when it was slightly colder, and we're only talking 1 or 2 degrees here, you can actually feel the breathability get a lot better, and the breathability start working a little bit better. Now obviously that's partly due to the temperature. It's also partly due to the humidity. I'm not saying that this jacket can't breathe. It just would have been a little bit better if it could breathe a little bit more. Now I did say on the other video that there are pit zips, and there still are pit zips here. Obviously, it's not going to change. The pit zips, just for me, in my opinion, the pit zips just weren't quite long enough. They didn't quite open up enough. So when I did need that extra breathability, just didn't feel like it was there. But again, that's just me. That's just my personal opinion. Your experience may vary. Overall, however, the jacket is good, and obviously I will be keeping it. The jacket is good, as long as I remember that it's not as breathable as I would like. I think it is going to serve me well until I lose enough weight to buy the Montane jacket that I really want. I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some advice. in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.